Okay, now I'd like to introduce you to the General Motors Vehicle Line Director and Vehicle Chief Engineer in North America for the Chevrolet Sonic, Mr. Joaquin Nuno-Whelan.
Okay, thank you. I have to tell you, it is an extreme honor to be here tonight. When I was a student, came to my first one. I went to the University of Detroit, and you'll see Detroit themed throughout the evening. With that must be Dean Hannafin over there from the engineering school. My checkbook's in the car, Dean Hannafin. I came here as a freshman and saw, I think it was a Porsche Boxster when it first came out, and said, one day I'm going to be up there, and here we go. I did it. So thank you to everybody along the way from U of D and all the great teachers and my family. So let's get to it. We're here tonight to talk about the Chevy Sonic, which you see both examples here in front of you, the sedan and the hatchback. This is the culmination of a lot of work by an outstanding team around the world. We're just one piece of it here, and I have the honor of representing that team, and I know there are people that will be excited to see this video in Korea, Germany, China, Australia, and other places. This has been a tremendous global effort, and we're proud to bring it home here to Detroit and build it here in Orion. And this whole resurgence of Detroit, resurgence of General Motors, bringing Michigan back, very important to everything we're doing here. So we know the times, we know the economy, we know where the market is, and we wanted to do a small car, but we wanted to do a small car the right way. That means it is not a cheap econo box. It is a car that is going to surprise people the first time they drive it and continue to impress them with the features that we put into this. Fuel prices are where they are, and they'll continue to grow and fluctuate. So it's very important to have a strong car that gets good fuel economy. And we wanted to do something that it's not a penalty box when you buy a car in this segment anymore. The segment is very strong. The competition is very strong. We knew we had to take the best of what's being done in the world and elevate our game to meet that. And I'm very proud to say that I feel like we did that today. The way we're doing that is making a car that meets or exceeds all of those expectations, and then at the end of the day is just ridiculously fun to drive. So when you're behind the wheel, you have a great time driving it, and you feel connected in the right way. You'll see some pictures here of things in and around Detroit, so pay attention to the backgrounds. We worked very hard to balance everything here and use the technology that we know and have, improve on that, and then balance everything and integrate things in a way that gives you the most fun to drive car at 40 miles per gallon and an athletic, quick, and confident ride and handling experience. So while a lot of times people say it's got this Euro or European style driving experience, we kind of took it to the next level and said this is fast, fun, and agile, but it also gives you this overall sense of confidence and stability as you drive it, which is pretty cool for a car of this segment. And then the big deal for us is whether you buy the base car at the low end of the price range or the most expensive, you get all of that technology, and you get segment busting. You get 10 standard airbags in every car we sell, on top of standard ABS and standard traction control. So the safety behind this car is very important to us as well. And just announced this week, actually it was official yesterday, we have IIHS top safety pick in the bag. So the safety numbers are going to continue to come out here. The way we were able to do this is pretty remarkable, and I'll talk a little bit about the structure and the engineering that went into this global body structure. We have 10 airbags, like I mentioned, and you can see an illustration here on the screen of where those airbags are located. Front seat knee airbags are segment exclusive, and we have airbags for both front and rear that are side thorax and head curtain. So, like I said, standard on every single model in the lineup. The structure is really the fundamental, and when you do the engineering fundamentals correctly, and you start with the goal in mind that in every market that this car is going to be sold in, it will win the top safety awards, whether that's Euro NCAP or 5-star testing here in the U.S. We did the structure right from the beginning, so we didn't have to do anything later on or take a structure from another region and expand on it or add mass or add length to it. It was done right from the beginning. And all of the high strength and ultra high strength steel that went into this and was strategically placed around the vehicle, a lot of great engineering work went into that, and it was done right from the beginning. So we were able to build off of that great body structure. One of the most critical and probably one of the best examples of integration in the design is how the engine cradle was factored into the crash pulse equation. And we have this front cradle beam that can be tuned for what that region's crash performance needs to be. So that's a major component of how we were able to do this right for every region, do it right for North America, and keep that great body structure all over the world. As I mentioned, you can see some more examples here of where we've reinforced hinge and A-pillar zones. The roof actually withstands, and this is proven in the IHS testing that was just public, over 5 times the vehicle weight. So it's a very solid structure. So that gives us the basis for our safety along with our 10 airbags. And I'll show you some of the examples here of the crash tests that we've done. So obviously this is after many thousands of simulations and iterations in models. These are essentially confirmation tests for us. But notice how solid the passenger compartment is and how you don't even see the beltline moldings losing their position. This is what a car is supposed to do in an accident. The front is absorbing all of the load. Passenger compartment stays intact, and the airbags work to cushion the dummy. This is a top view. You can see how much the front end is crumpling and absorbing the impact and the load, and you can see that the body structure stayed intact and didn't buckle or bend. I have 2 young children, 5 and 3. We take many weekend trips on this car. They sit in the back seat with their car seats, and I have no worries at all that I'm in a small car. Very proud of it, in fact, the safety level that we got to. The price of entry in this market, especially when we're going after millennials and the youth market, is we have to have a solid infotainment package. And the best thing about this is we take advantage of what we do at GM with OnStar. We have Bluetooth streaming audio, we have Bluetooth phone, we have USB ports in the dual glove box, and it's all connected and works seamlessly with steering wheel controls. And I kind of joke that one way to get kids to stop texting is to give them a manual transmission car, make them plug their phone into the upper glove box, and then they have to control everything with the steering wheel and stay engaged to the driving experience. So maybe we just need to rename manual transmission something cooler, like a EcoShift anti-texting device or something. The Sonic and this architecture really lends itself well for personalization. So you're going to see a lot of examples on the roads in the near future of things we're doing with the car to keep it young, keep it fresh, and offer some cool things. You see an example here in person of the wrap. We're going to offer a lot of wrap packages, and we have a design contest going on with our Facebook page. And you can see a nice example of a car here that we had at the Woodward Dream Cruise. It may be hard to see in the picture, but those are white wheels, so we're offering different color wheel packages and color performance packages that you can spec out and get different color fascias and spoilers and mirror caps and do some things to keep the car very cool and personalize it. And obviously that helps the bottom line as we do a program in the U.S. Under the hood we have 2 engines. We offer a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder naturally aspirated engine with both a 5-speed manual and a 6-speed transmission. We also offer a 1.4 turbo, which is mated to both a 6-speed manual and a 6-speed automatic transmission. They both have about 138 horsepower, but the 1.4 turbo has 148 foot-pounds of torque, and it's a really nice torque curve to pull with that 6-speed gearbox. This is the same engine and the same powertrain lineup that's in our Chevy Cruze, and we're leveraging this global engine that's proven and does well in those architectures, and in this size vehicle and this weight of vehicle makes it really fun to drive. So when we have these pieces globally and we have parts that we've leveraged from different platforms, how do we bring it together? Because the magic of a vehicle that's fun to drive and a vehicle that people want to keep coming back to, at the end of the day, it's all about integration. So how did we integrate this all together? We had a great team here in North America doing that work in Milford, and I'll show a video here of an example of one of our ride trips that became a YouTube sensation. Maybe not a sensation. Like there's like 4 or 5 hits on YouTube so far. I keep trying to say YouTube sensation so that people keep clicking on it, but it's we invited a social media team along with us for a ride trip, which I recommend once in your life. It's a pretty fun experience to have people who know nothing about cars and are social media account executives at the age of 23. But it was a fun trip. You get to see a picture of that, and then I'll introduce the rest of our team here. We take a fleet of cars, 1,500 miles, basically cross-country, and push the cars beyond their limits.
We have steep roads, gravel, rain, snow. So actually we could test everything what we would dream for a 2-day trip.
One of the main tests we run is a big Loveland Pass sweep, so we're actually doing that live in the cars today.
Front of the road, watch it.
With the modern day turbo we have in this car, we're able to maintain that torque curve up 8, 9, 10,000 feet. We just crested at the Loveland Pass Road, elevation 11,990 feet. A lot of snow and still in May, and I'm cold.
Tom just called me behind you. He's having trouble keeping up with you. Slow down a little bit.
I'll slow down a little bit, let them catch up. Probably after this curve, though. Let's take this curve.
Yeah, we are here actually on a quite rough gravel road with a lot of wet dirt. Our traction control is quite hard working with this engine with a lot of torque. It's quite difficult to get the traction on the ground, but works quite well.
Hold up, guys. It's getting too soft up here. We're going to have to spin around.
Whoa, wow.
Yeah, we're going to have to spin around.
I think this road is a little bit dangerous with these conditions because this washes out very fast.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if like the road could just give way.
Yeah, that's why he said we should go back.
We've been working on tuning for stability with responsiveness. It's been kind of a good philosophy for us over here. And then delivering a crisp, quick steering experience.
Not think we'd be doing this either in these cars. This is like pure on rally car racing. Big rocks.
That was awesome.
Here we are, last stop. We made it, San Francisco. The final day of our journey, the end of day 2 here. Over 1,500 miles in the Sonic. We did ridiculous terrain that I had no idea we were going to do.
And this car just marched like a very solid machine.